Hi everybody! This pick a card is going to be fun, I think, because the messages are going to come straight from your own fairy godmother. And her messages are to empower you. Although she's not a soft touch, or I guess you could say perhaps she is into tough love at times if she feels there's something you need to let go of, or perhaps someone you need to let go of. But through her, she will bring magical transformation. Now, I have 10 cards laid out here for you. Use your intuition to decide which one is meant for you. You may have a number already popping into your head. I always think it's good to trust that first instinct. And I'm going to be right back with card number 1. If you picked card number 1, your card is Magic. The poem. Once upon another time, entranced, you skipped and sang in rhyme, enchanting days of long ago, times now troubled, full of woe. Mystic bliss was lost, so tragic, a spell now doth restore your magic. The message from your fairy godmother. Do you remember when the world seemed so magical? Walking through an enchanted forest, playing dress-up and make-believe, waiting for Santa Claus? Sadly, that wonderful mystical feeling has waned as you face responsibility and challenges along the way. What once brought you joy has dimmed, and a veil of cynicism now cloaks your senses. But what an adventure it has been! Some of it spellbinding, some of it tough, but always endured by you with a sense of knowing that you have to push through, no matter what the cost. Well, you have done it, and I am here to present you with your prize. Allow me to wave my wand and summon droplets of pure magic to shower over you. Awaken, sweet one, and tap into the magic that is all around you, if you will but listen and learn. See once more, through the eyes of a child, with joy, wonder, and awe. As your spiritual sight opens at the hint of my touch, you will discover a hidden world long forgotten. Time to reestablish your connection and step into the mystery that beckons you, for you cannot resist. As a new magical energy surrounds you, grab your dreams and reach for the stars. The universe is poised to support you as it reflects your thoughts and intentions. Rejoice at the magic you have uncovered. Delight in the wonder of who you are, and step into a fairy ring, search for pixies, swim with the merfolk, and pat a unicorn. Magic is everywhere and in everything. Go discover it. Enjoy every precious moment, knowing and appreciating that you are totally blessed, and will continue to be so as you add your own magical touch. Card number 2 is Listening. The poem. Whispers come upon the breeze through pretty shells and open seas. But do you listen true and well? Stop your rushing, heed the spell. Pay attention, words await, messages denote your fate. And here is your message from the fairy godmother. Do you get caught up in the drama and devastation of life's challenges? Or do you sit still as stormy waves crash all around you and simply listen? This is a time for quiet, a time for reflection and to be still. Please slow down a bit, for whilst you are scurrying around, you do not hear me call. There are many important messages you are missing, much to your own detriment. One of my roles is to bring you peace, but I must say, you are not making my job easy. It is vital that you give yourself some silence in order to hear the loving guidance being imparted, to feel spirit, and to notice the beauty that is all around you. Be still, breathe, and relax. Here in this internal place of the sacred, you will find restoration of balance and harmony. Then you can better hear the advice that is being whispered to you as you learn to live in the present. This message also implies that you are not listening to the needs or the words of others. Next time you have a conversation, observe your thoughts whilst another is talking. Are you thinking about what you can say next, or are you truly listening to the words that are being spoken? There is a difference between hearing and listening, and your answers reveal the truth of the matter. However, just because someone tells you something doesn't mean that they are to be believed or to be obeyed. Trust your judgment. To enhance your clairaudient, psychic hearing skills, open your ears to the sounds all around you. You will be surprised to hear auditory noises that you have missed previously when you were otherwise preoccupied with life. Card number 3 is Exertion, the poem. No matter how a fairy tries, grow static without exercise. So raise your beat and start to move. Run or swim, dance and groove. Motivation, don't be drab. Within no time you will feel fab. The message from your fairy godmother. Your desire to bring improvements into your life will mean making some important changes with regard to your lifestyle. I do not wish to sound like a killjoy, but your body is giving you signals that you are ignoring. Honor yourself by introducing healthy habits into your life and listen to your body's wisdom, for it craves some stimulation and attention. Did you know that as you stretch and flex your muscles, it's not only your body that benefits, but also your imagination too? For as you physically reach within your body, you experience new heights both physically and energetically, thus stimulating your creative senses to receive new ideas. Tapping into the spiritual side of exercise allows you to slow your mind and free yourself of distraction. By being present and detaching from the clutter in your mind, you enter into a form of meditation. As you begin to feel the process of the deeper mind-body state during exercise, you will begin to notice the calm, connected feeling spill over into other parts of your day. Your body, as the ancient wise ones taught, is to be treated as a temple. It houses your spirit, after all. Not only that, physical activity will give you a sense of accomplishment and purpose while enhancing your sense of well-being. I'm not here to tell you to run a few marathons, but to coax you off the couch and step it up a little. Even gentle exercise, such as walking or yoga, will keep your body in good shape, improve your mental health, and increase your awareness of the spiritual dimension within you. So put leg warmers on and move your body. Your card number 4 is Knowledge, the poem. Read a book, absorb each word, cognize the facts senses stirred, understand to comprehend, know the details, don't pretend. Claim the power ne'er to fall, discover truth, you know it all. And the message from your fairy godmother is, stop a minute and take a long, good look at what it is you are about to get into. I strongly advise you to dig a little deeper and investigate thoroughly before making what could quite possibly be a very wrong decision. Now you must recognize and accept that your ignorance or naivete nearly led you into a grave situation without you taking any precaution whatsoever. You clearly misread the situation and did not see the warning signs. Don't be sad that this was an opportunity lost or feel the fool. Just realize that you were too inexperienced this time to make the right judgment. Life is all about learning, and this is one of those lessons that you will be able to draw from in the future. When another opportunity does come along, you will be a little wiser from this experience and will know how to deal with it differently. It is a good time to expand your mind through further education, studying, and books. A new career path beckons, as does your desire to learn. A whole world of discovery is yours for the taking. Knowledge gives the facts to you. It incites opinion and enables you to use judgment with discernment. Knowledge is power. It is a well-known basis for improving reputation and influence as you share what you know, increasing your potential and abilities. Be warned, there may be someone who is reluctant to share information, believing that they have some form of advantage over you by withholding. You too may be holding on to important details that you need to impart. It would be much better for you if you came clean right now, as you could be in danger of becoming discovered and could be subjected to an inquisition. Card number 5 is Identity. The poem. Let's drop the mask. Time to be free. Reveal your true identity. Shimmer, sparkle, wear bright red. Party hard or stay in bed. Do what you will. 'Tain't no fuss. It's your life. Be fabulous. The message from your fairy godmother. Reveal the real you. You know who that is. But does anybody else? You are desperate to show the world who you really are, but fear the reactions. What if you are rejected in some way? Are you brave enough to expose your true nature? Having played this facade for so long, you now go out of your way to be who others expect you to be. This has become all very tiresome, however. It would make life a lot easier if you didn't have to pretend any longer for the sake of keeping the peace. You no longer wish to be cloaked and masked, but are still reluctant to let these props go. For this disguise is your security, and has served you well up until now. But imagine how amazing it would be to get dressed every day in whatever clothing you felt would express who you really are and how you really feel. Think of how freeing it would be to act in the way appropriate to your true personality. How wonderful it would be to admit your genuine likes and dislikes and to act accordingly, never minding the judgments and opinions of others. But what would happen if you dropped the act? How would others react when they realize you aren't all who you appear to be? Would you be treated differently? Ask yourself these questions and do not be afraid to admit the truth. Only then can you decide whether you are brave enough to be your authentic self or continue to hide within a world of deception. My fairy friends and I will support you as you take the brave steps toward revealing your true identity. You only have to call me, and I will surround you with protection as you hold your head up high and announce to the world who you truly are. Abundance is your card, number 6, the poem. Hardships felt and having none, those days are past, now truly gone. For I've appeared with great supply of all you need, you may ask why. With open heart you must believe you are more than worthy to receive. Your fairy godmother's message to you is, this is a magical moment, for your prayers have been heard and are about to be answered. Having endured a rough ride, you thought that you were sinking to rock bottom. You kept going, knowing that someday assistance would arrive. And it has. in the form of your own fairy godmother. I have watched you struggle, often going without, and at other times you've thrown caution to the wind and treated yourself, knowing the finances would eventually turn up. You see, when you don't follow your dreams and passions, it is like swimming against the tide. How can the universe give freely to you when you have barricaded yourself in? Perhaps you felt that you're not worthy of receiving or feel bad when accepting gifts. When you turn this type of thinking around, you will be in a position to receive all that is waiting to come to you. It may not appear in the form that you expect, however. If you ask for a specific item, it will manifest often as something much better than you imagined. Too many people believe that they should ask for money in order to purchase their desires. A true alchemist knows to focus solely on bringing the desired object into form. In other words, if you need a new bed, then ask me for one, rather than spending your time wishing for financial assistance to buy one. It enables your fairy godmother to go straight to the task in hand, cutting out the middleman, so to speak. I assure you that you will be pleased with the results of this age-old technique, and I am delighted to reward you for your patience. Now brace yourself, my dear, as I shake my magic wand and shower you with the riches and prosperity you rightly deserve. Number 7, your card is abandonment, and the poem that comes with it is this. Stay with me, I need you so, don't leave, you cry, but still they go. Old patterns forming from the past, I wave my wand and stop them fast. Please now, don't take the blame, release, forgive, you've got lots to gain. And your message from the fairy godmother is, your insecurities are not serving you well. Your pain from previous experiences now feeds your internal fears. Through a lack of support, you have devalued yourself, feeling unimportant, even believing others see you as inadequate. When you have to mask a part of who you really are in order to be accepted, then you suffer the devastating effects of abandonment. Sadly, this reflects many areas of your life. You tend to be clingy and needy, hoping desperately not to be rejected, and you take everything personally. If someone wishes to be alone, for instance, then please know this is not a reflection on you. Your emotions might ruin the good things in life. The more you crave security, the more you will drive others away. There is still a part of you hiding, not wishing to be discovered, for fear you will be cast aside. You're just like Cinderella. If you look into her glass slipper, you will see a reflection of me, your fairy godmother, shining back at you. Take heart, dear one, for I wish to fill you with self-love, confidence, and the assurance that you deserve to feel. It's time to take back the power that was stripped from you by the words and actions of those who abdicated their responsibility to you. Reclaim who you are. It may take time, but together we will gently build up your trust in others and belief in yourself. Once you stop taking the blame and realize your fears are rooted in the past, you will start to heal, thus defeating the fears that seem to control your emotional responses. Any feelings of isolation and desertion will be all that abandons you from here on. Remember, you are never alone with your fairy godmother at your side. Number 8, your card is Mother Nature, and your poem is, Child of Nature, hear the call. Switch off the TV, forget them all. Buzz of bee, croak of toad, nature heals your heavy load. Walk or swim, run and hide, time to go and play outside. Your fairy godmother message. The natural world is calling to you. If you listen carefully, you'll hear its messages coming to you through the rustle of leaves on the trees, the caw of a crow, and the babble of a brook. But of course you will have to venture outside and get into nature first. This I encourage you to do much, much more, as it will naturally revive your spirit and remind you of who you really are. For you are a child of nature, who naturally hears the whispers of spirit through the breeze, who welcomes the rains, glorifies in the heat of the sun, and connects with the nourishment of the earth. Embrace each season. Rejoice at every new bud during the first stirrings of spring, the harvest abundance that summer supplies, the falling leaves of autumn, and the deep dark mystery that accompanies the winter months. Let's take a walk together through forests, meadows, and parks until your heart sings once more at the mere notion of the magic of nature. Let's reawaken the affinity you have with the ways of natural healing, as well as your belief in another world of mystical beings, a shining world within our own of fairy elementals, rock spirits, crystal spirits, guardians of the lakes, streams, and oceans, spirits of the forests, meadows, and mountains, all supporting the ways of nature through their natural workings of miracles and magic. It is time to step up and take responsibility for the guardianship of the natural world around you and this beloved planet as a whole. Number 9, authority. Weasel words are all I hear, clever speeches, nothing's clear. Influence, control, and power, not impressed, it leaves me sour. Honor is for what I stand, let's make a change across this land. Your fairy godmother's message. Oh dear, you don't like to conform, do you? Whereas others automatically adhere to authority, you require these so-called leaders to prove their worth and walk their talk before they earn any respect from you. And you naturally sense dishonesty, cannot bear to be patronized. You have a warrior spirit, which has the ability to sniff out anyone who lacks integrity. You support the fall of corrupt religion and governments, educational and legal systems, banks and pharmaceutical companies that have too much control over the world through manipulation and power. You will not stand for what does not resonate sincerely with you, but your behavior and strong feelings often get you into trouble, and some find your outbursts and reactions rather threatening. You struggle when faced with a structural position and do not relate well to dysfunctional situations. But don't back down. As your fairy godmother, I support who you are. You came here to change things, which is why you have an inner lie detector. If you've ever felt isolated and like no one understands you, fear not, for you aren't the only one. There are others out there just like you, and together your collective purpose is to bring about a new world of fairness, truth, and honor. Call on me in times of difficulty, and I will help smooth the way so you can be heard. Vulnerability is your card, number 10. A risk 'tis vulnerability, but knowing when to trust is key. Your hurts, emotions tell the tale, and thus this truth removes the veil. Take heed, be wise, take my advice. Before you answer, please think twice. Your fairy godmother wants you to know that your increasing sensitivity leaves you susceptible to emotional injury. You're an easy target because you wear your heart on your sleeve, and this has left you open to criticism, verbal attacks, and judgment, because not everyone is as kind and sweet as you. It could make you appear weak. I must stress that I've used the word appear, for I know that you are not really like the person you come across to others as. However, you are easily hurt and find it hard to brush off any negativity that has been directed your way. It's important to take a risk, and one must be vulnerable at times to uncertainties along the way. However, I have watched as you have beautifully put your trust in those who have gone on to lie, cheat, and betray you. Fear not, for I am here to protect you from being a sitting duck this time. An offer is about to be made that will bring a smile to your face. Even though it may sound very tempting, you should wait until the whole story is revealed. Look deeper into the situation before taking any action. It's time to trust your inner radar that detects any ulterior motives behind new offers. As your fairy godmother, I bid you explore all of your natural gifts and strengths. It's time to recognize and believe in them. By doing so, you will increase your abilities, and so too will your confidence stand up to be counted. No longer will you be taken for granted or wish to settle for scraps. You are worth far more than that. Put past hurts well and truly behind you, and step fully into power.